Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple paracord bottle holder. I'm going to turn one of these into something a little bit like this. Now, this is just very simple. It's not hard to do. It's nothing but paracord except for this little clip right here to hold it on your belt. I mean, you could do something different. You could make a sling or something, but I prefer this little clip. Alright, first off, obviously you need paracord. This one right here is a new one I wanted to try. It's from Walmart. I liked it because it has these little, you can see these gray strips. Whenever the light hits it, it works just like a stop sign or something. It reflects the light back. It only holds 60 pounds, so don't go rock climbing or nothing with it. I'm going to use this one, and then this is just like some kind of digital camo looking paracord. It's a little bit stronger, but still. And then I'm going to use this clip. It happened to come with this one, so I didn't have to buy that separately. Scissors and a lighter to melt the ends. Alright, first off, what I did, I had to make this little ring, like you can see right here. This ring is what holds all the strings at the bottom and allows you to lace it up. So this is what keeps all the strings at the bottom from the bottle falling out. So all I did was take it like this. Oh, here. Here's a new piece. Take that. Cut it like that. Just whatever length I wanted it. And then you gotta heat up this end and melt all these strands together. That way it doesn't come apart whenever you get it all tied up. And all you gotta do is take it like this. Just do a square knot. On YouTube, there's some good videos on how to tie a square knot. But all you do, you tie the square knot and you make the ring however big you want it, just to kind of fit right in the middle. Alright, next you'll need to, for this particular style, I mean you can change it up however you want, make it your own. And for this particular bottle, this is just a Powerade bottle, the larger one. You need 4 pieces of paracord as long as your arms. So just to mix it up, since I got both these new ones today, I thought I'd try 2 of the camo looking ones and 2 of the orange and reflective ones. So first off, you're going to take one of your cords, you're going to put through the middle of the ring, pull it to where the ends are even. Or as close to even as you can get it. You're going to take this bottle, like so, and position it where you want it. And you're going to come down this side, and you have to tie a knot right here, just below that ridge. This is to hold all the stuff on here. Because if you put the knots at the very bottom, it's not going to sit even. So you put it just on the edge. So I'm going to put it right here. I just take this, simply put it like this, twist it around. I'm going to take these other ends and stick them through this hole right here. And just pull it, keep pulling it, and then it should start to form a knot like that. And the ends are still pretty even. So it's going to sit like, let me adjust it. I did the knot a little too long. Alright, that's one. Now, sits right there, like so. Now I'm just gonna do the same thing for all of these. This time I'm gonna alternate it with the orange. And now that I have this one knot right here, I can just look at it and know where to tie it. Got the ends even. Compare it. Pick where I'm going to put the knot. thing. You do it, repeat the process after the first one 3 more times. That way you do it on every one. So measure it, compare to the other, make your loop, stick your strings through, last one, stick your strings through, pull it tight, and tighten and position the knot. There's 3, one more. Here we go. Now, I talked about burning the ends earlier. You're going to want to burn the ends before you start doing this, because if you don't, every time you pull it through, it's going to start pulling little strands. Because the paracords it's rope tied around other little strands of smaller rope on the inside. So once you start pulling it enough, it's going to start making those little strands start to fray and come out. And that's not a good thing. Let's make your loop again. Bring these ends, stick it through there, like that, pull it tight. And you have 3 even knots, well, almost even. Now we're going to take the bottle, and we're going to put this right in the middle of that. And we're going to start positioning these like this, where they got like even space in between them. And then we're going to get all these straightened out. Right here, I'm going to choose these 2, the 2 that are closest to each other. And we're going to, right there, that's where we're going to want to put our knot. You don't have to have these super close, you just have to have them close enough together that the bottle is not going to slip out of the side. And for the sake of this video, I'm going to do a pretty it's going to be more space than this, because I'm starting to run out of daylight here. So there's our first knot right here. So we put that down, and you can see it sits about right there. So now all we have to do is go around each side and do the same thing. Get the 2 that are close together. You're going to be side by side. Choose a spot we want to tie them in. Do our loop, just like we were doing on the very bottom. And sticking the ends through it, like we were earlier. So like that. Pulling it tight. Using my bottle. Alright. 2 more. Okay, we do the same thing we did. Pick a spot. Stick the ends through. After a while, like that one right there, when I was doing them so close, you start to wish it was over with. I mean, unless you enjoyed arts and crafts. I'm kind of impatient, so I like it when it gets done. Alright, so, okay. Looks like we got this one last one. We're just doing the same exact thing that we were on the others. Just trying to get it as even, the knots as even as you can. I want it to look good, so you get them as uniform and even as you can. It's going to be a lot more pleasing to the eye than sloppy. Now you can do that and it's going to hold it just as good, but you might as well take your time and try to do it right. Alright, now I get this tangled mess with the bottom of the bottle. And now, what you can do, where that piece of string go? I had fly off. Alright, so doing this without this staying straight in the middle is not going to look very good. So there's a lot of different ways you can do this. You can have somebody hold it and help you, but since I have nobody that can help me, I'm going to take this other piece of paracord. I'm going to tie it right here below the knots. That way it holds it in place as I'm pulling on it. I'm going to get it as all these spots even, right there, as even it as I can. I'm going to tie that like that. Simple knot. Doesn't have to be anything special. I have no idea how to tie most knots. I just wing it. Okay. That's how the pros do it. Okay. I'll adjust all this again. Here we go. And then, alright, now we're going to start another layer. So, take it like this. Just do the same thing as you did earlier. Take the ones that are beside each other. Tie it. Same thing over here. Just pull them through. Tie it with your loop. Pull it through. Tighten it. Just like all the others. Grab this one. The same thing. What is he doing?
Eating a rabbit?
Eating a rabbit?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So we're just gonna keep doing the same thing. Let's see, we got one more. Okay, so we just tie that again. Basically all you gotta figure out is that you do the same knots over and over. So there's no lot of knots you gotta learn to do this, unless you're trying to do it a different way than I'm doing right now. Alright. So, let me get these even again. Make sure they're nice and tight. Okay. Alright, now, like I said, for the sake of this video, I'm going to make these a lot different spaced. I only put 3 knots in it. As you can see on this one, I put a lot more knots. These are a lot more spaced. Okay, now, there's a lot of different ways you could do the top, but the way that I did it is all I simply do. Here, let me fix this up. Trim these little strings. See, these are the strings I was saying will start to come out if you don't melt the end. These little pieces of white string in this one. Trim it. Just get a little cut on it. There we go. I'm gonna melt the end. Our lighter will work since it's a little bit windy outside. Hold on. This one may work. Just melt it. Get the end all hot. And then you just squeeze it together like that. Okay. So now, make sure we're all even on the bottom. Pretty even. Set it down. And all I do is take it and pull it to the top around this round part right here. You're gonna pull up your knot to the top of that and take your little piece of rope and just put it through one side, and you're gonna do the same on all of those. You just run it through like that. So whenever we pull up on the string right here, where's it at? There it is. It's going to bring all these knots to the top. And it's going to hold it like that. Okay. So we just keep doing that. Bring this one up. Man, I messed up my bottom. Okay. Bring this knot up. Go through it. And usually, like when I did that one a lot tighter, I wasted a lot of paracord because I didn't know how much string I needed on it. So just you can experiment a little bit, and you'll be able to tell how much you need in the end. Keep doing like I was. I'm gonna take these, get all of these at the top. Hold on. Let me get this out of the way. Just trim those like that. On each of them. Trim that pair. Trim that pair. Okay. One more. Trim that pair. Of course it all falls apart. Alright. Position at the bottom again. Pull all your knots up. Like that. Get your little rope. Bring it up here to the very top, right under, just under the knots. Like that. And then right here, I'm gonna grab both ends of the rope, like that. Try to space all these out even. Like that. Try to get the bottom all even. Like that. Try to get all the sides even. And then you simply just take this and do a square knot, like we attempted earlier. Like that. Now of course you're going to want to trim all these down, so otherwise they're going to be in your face when you're trying to get a drink, which is not good. Like that. Like that. Well, what did I just do? Alright, let me retie this at the time. There we go. Just do our square knot again. Like that. And then trim off this excess right here. Trim these off. Trim those. And then you can very easily create some kind of sling this to go over your back, but like I said, I prefer to use this. All I do is just take it, open it up, come on, open it up, slide it under that knot and this rope, so it's not just hanging on this, and you can hang it wherever you want, on your shirt, right here in your pocket, down here, on your backpack, you're good to go. The good thing about doing it this way, you can just, if you go to the store and you get a different Powerade, or you can just refill this one with water, which is what I do. You can just untie this, slip it down, put a new ball in it, slip it over. Alright, so here's the one I made originally. I did a lot tighter. Here's another version. I actually think it looks pretty cool with the two different colors. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. But now it's your turn. I like to see what you guys can create, the different ways you can do yours. So you can either do a video response, or send me a picture of it on Instagram at ColtonDivine94.